Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's time to give my Q3 update for 2023, and there's a lot to get into. So most of it is stuff that happened in the last couple of weeks. So up until then, things have been great, and I'm still great now. But yeah, I've been serving in the temple, and I've loved that. It's been my favorite thing. I'm also serving in the activities committee in my ward, and that's keeping me really busy, planning FHEs and activities like that, and I'm really enjoying that. So things are going really well. A couple of weeks ago, I went to Taiwan for a week, and I got to see my grandma, my cousins, and some aunts. I also timed the trip so that I could be there with my brother, Justin, and also my parents. So it was really cool to be in Asia with them. That's like something that I have always loved doing. We got to go to my favorite place, which is called Jiufin, and we ate a ton of awesome food. It was so good. I got to see a coworker there. So here's probably a quick video montage of that. I also visited the school that I taught at 10 years ago. So that was kind of a walk down memory lane, just forcing me to reflect on the last 10 years and the major life decisions that I've made, such as walking away from being a teacher, walking away from being a therapist, and doing what I currently do. It also marked the 10-year mark of meeting a guy and falling in love with him and really commit to living life as a single person. So that was a ton to process. It was kind of emotional, but overall it was really positive. Like, I'm really grateful for where I'm at in my life, and I don't regret any of the major life decisions that I've made. So that's a huge blessing to be able to say. And things are better than ever in all aspects of my life. So I'm super grateful. But it did remind me of the pain and the sacrifice that I had to make in order to commit to living that single life. And that wasn't easy for me to do, but I'm really grateful that I did. Coming back from Taiwan, I had planned my trip around volleyball so that a couple hours after getting off the plane, I was on the volleyball court playing, and I knew I wasn't going to be amazing. I knew I would be slightly rusty because I missed a couple of volleyball times before. I probably gained a few pounds because I ate so much awesome food, and I knew I would be traveling, so I'd be jet lagged and tired. So I knew I wasn't going to be great, but volleyball didn't bring me as much enjoyment as it usually did, and I was really disappointed. And it kind of, my whole walk down memory lane, and then this thing with my volleyball, and then also with video games not really bringing me much joy, kind of created a collapse in my life and just forced me to really reflect on what I'm doing with my time and if it's worth it for me. And I was a little bit worried about what my life was going to be like. I was like, okay, if my life doesn't have these core hobbies in it, what is it going to be? So the day after, I went to church, and both talks were really inspiring to me. One of them was the wife of one of our counselors in the bishopric, and she was diagnosed with cancer and had to, that was a huge collapse for her. And then the second speaker was her husband, the counselor in the bishopric, and he talked about how important it is to learn to be happy no matter what our circumstances are. And that was a good reminder to me. I think I walked away from that sacrament meeting with a lot of inspired thoughts of what I needed to do. One of them was to be grateful. And there were some other things that I wanted to study, like the atonement and hope and things like that. So that was really awesome. But the thing I was reminded about gratitude is that we're always able to be grateful for something, no matter what we're going through. And it's a way to kind of infuse happiness and gratitude and humility and joy into our life, because we're able to focus on the things that are going well. And so I sat down and wrote a list of 50 things that I am thankful for. And I took the time for each one of them to quietly live in that gratitude and that joy. And it was really awesome. I also got to sleep a lot, which was good. I needed to be able to get the emotional regulation systems back online. And so after a few days of that and sitting in kind of an attitude of gratitude, and then also focusing on hope and the hope that the gospel and the atonement brings, those things kind of helped me to find myself again. And so I was able to recover from that collapse and was able to get back on my feet to building again, which was really great. So yeah, that's kind of the main thing that I wanted to focus on in this quarter, which is so weird because it only happened like 2 weeks ago. But most of this quarter has gone amazingly well. Great weather, great food, great friends, great health. Everything's gone really well. So I'm really grateful. I did want to spend a little bit of time talking about some of my favorites. So there are only a couple of things that I really wanted to highlight in this. Most of my answers have stayed the same. The first thing I wanted to highlight is my favorite movies. The first one is Suzume. Suzume is a Japanese animated movie that is made from the same director as two of my favorite movies in the past, Your Name and Weathering with You. Suzume is very different it's very similar in some ways, but also very different. And it's different in a way that I really enjoy. I don't want to give too many spoilers, but this movie has really made a difference in my year in just reflecting on the things that have happened to me and just anyone, like hardships that we go through and how we overcome them. It's a really beautifully animated movie and the story is amazing. I watched it both in Japanese with English subtitles and English dubbed, and I loved both versions. I think I actually got more out of the English version, which is unusual for me. But I think there are just really key moments of processing that I kind of missed when I was reading the subtitles, and that listening to it in English made a huge difference. And so I love the music from it as well. It's just a really great movie, and I highly recommend that you watch it. The second movie that I really love from this year is a movie that premiered at Sundance. It's called Past Lives. It's a movie about two childhood sweethearts who met in Korea but then get split apart from life. And 20 years later, they meet each other again and confront like a lot of... Actually, it was very similar to my walk down memory lane in Taiwan. Just kind of having gone through a significant amount of time and just having to reevaluate the choices that the circumstances we were at before, and then the circumstances we're at now, and the decisions that led to those things. It was a very emotional movie for me to watch, and I'm really grateful that I did. I'll do the spoilers in another video because I want to keep them separate. These two movies were my favorite movies, and I highly recommend that you watch them. The next thing that I want to talk about is a few favorite songs. The first one is a song called Floral Scents. It's from one of my favorite singers, Yesung, that I highlighted in a previous video of my favorites. The floral scents is just, I don't know how to describe it other than it's calming and very chill. But there's a second song I wanted to highlight for my favorites this year, and that's a song called Summer by Kitak. But this song is just a perfect summer song where when you're like driving through with the warm breeze coming through the car. It's just a real good, feel good song for the summer and probably for all seasons that I'll listen to this to. And it's a very simple track. There are no backup vocals, no like harmonies. It's just a line of melody the whole time, but just a very chill and fun song. But I've listened to both of these songs on repeat for many hours and I love them. Anyways, to wrap up this video, I just wanted to give a quick conclusion. Sometimes when we have collapses, that shows that there are changes that need to happen in our circumstances, whether that's in our lifestyle or where like the things that we're doing. But sometimes that change needs to be from within. Both my mini midlife crisis of my hobbies and with my reflection on my past and my past life, those are things that were all internal. If you're ever in a situation where you are experiencing collapses, first of all, I'm so sorry that that has happened. But it also could be a really positive experience if you use that collapse as an opportunity to strengthen the base of your hourglass and then build higher. And sometimes, like I just said, it involves changing your circumstances and or changing your expectations and maybe your values or what you need and how you are pursuing those needs. So that's basically all I wanted to give an update on today. And for this quarter, things are going great. I hope things are going great for you as well. And I can't wait for what the next 10 years brings, which sounds like a crazy long time, but yeah, I am excited and very hopeful. So I hope you are as well. Have a great day. I love you so much, and thank you so much for watching. And yeah, take care. Till next time. Bye.